I know we've met before, and you said something about wanting to move out of your parents' house, and I was wondering how that's going for you.
Yeah, I'm still in the process of really thinking about it. I mean, I have some money and everything saved up, but I just don't know if I'm ready to take that next step or not.
What are some of your concerns with taking that next step?
I'm like a homebody, I guess, and I have my own room at home, and it's in the basement, so like if I need to get away, I can just go be by myself, and I know that no one will bother me or anything like that. And like I feel like if I moved out and if I had a roommate, like I don't know how they would be with like, you know, me having my own space and like having my own things and stuff like that. I mean, I have sisters who like to steal my clothes and everything, but you know, they're my sisters, so I don't know how I would feel about just a roommate that would take things without asking or, you know, using my things and stuff like that. And also, I like having home cooked meals. So, I mean, I'm not like the greatest cook. I can cook like spaghetti, so I feel like I'd be spending a lot of money like either going and eating out or like just buying food that isn't necessarily good for you. And my mom still does my laundry, so I would have to learn how to do laundry.
Sounds like it would be a big step in that, you know,
yeah.
that changes.
Oh yeah. And I mean, I know that I'm a junior in college, and most college kids are, you know, moved out and whatnot, but I don't know if I'm that independent yet.
You probably save a lot of money too, but there's financial issues maybe.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, I went to Grand Rapids Community College before I came to Grand Valley, and I worked, so I actually paid for my schooling out of my own pocket. Like my parents, they don't have the money to help me with school. So then I got to do that, and then now with that Grand Valley, I had to take out loans, so that's like another thing. And so I saved up some money, but I mean, I already paid for my school, and like I paid for my car and my cell phone and stuff like that, and not having to pay for rent every month or like food is kind of a nice thing, because then I have the extra money to like go out.
Yeah, you save a lot of little expenses. Like, how about like school? I didn't give it like affect the way you do school, like how well you do school. Did you do better because you live with your parents?
Probably because I'm already ADD and like procrastinator as it is, and I just know that if I moved out, and especially if my roommate was like a friend of mine or something, and she was like, oh hey, you want to go out and do this, I'd probably be, yeah, let's just go, you know, I'll do schoolwork later. But since I'm at home, it's a lot easier to be like, no, I'm already like at home, you know, I don't feel like meeting you somewhere or, you know, getting ready, I'm already in my pajamas. So yeah.
Have you looked into roommates? Like, did you talk to anyone about that?
I talked to like a couple girls within like my social work program at school, and you know, I know that they like were kind of looking for roommates and stuff like that, but none of my like close friends really live around here, and I don't think I want to live with like my best friend, just because I always hear, oh, you know, if you live with your best friend, you end up being enemies or something after it. And I don't know, so I guess I have talked to a few people, but it's just a matter of like, I don't know who I would want to live with, you know, I mean, because I've only lived at home my whole life, so it's like I know my family knows me, and I know them and how they interact with me and stuff, so.
How do your parents feel about moving out? Were they supportive, or?
Yeah, I'm sure they would be supportive, because it's kind of like a joke, like my parents, they will joke about it with me, and then mom will say, oh, I should start charging you rent, and, you know, my comment is always, why would I pay to live here when I've lived here my whole life, you know?
Yeah.
or if I say, oh, I'm looking to move out, my mom will like get teary-eyed, like, oh no, you can't move out, because I'm the oldest, so, she has yeah, I'd be the first one, so she's like, no, you're still my baby. Okay. But, I mean, yeah, but the only thing is that, like what I had said earlier, I wouldn't really have the extra money to go do things that I could do. Like if I just wanted to go out with some friends and, get some appetizers and some drinks, I may not have that extra $20 to just go do that.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's understandable. Yeah. It sounds like you have thought about this quite a bit. Have you leaned towards any specific decision?
Probably at least for the next year, because I still have a year of school left until I get my bachelor's. And since I'm at Grand Valley and I live so close, or I live in Granville, that I'll probably just stay living at home for the rest of my next year until I get my bachelor's. And then I'm not sure where I want to get my master's. So depending on where I want to get that from, if I have to move to go to a different school or whatnot, obviously then I'd have to move out. But hopefully after next year I'm planning on taking the next step and moving out and being more independent. Yes.
Alright, well it sounds like you really thought. Alright, it sounds like this would be a good step for you. How is the rest of your family? I know you talked about your mom being a little upset and then jokingly talking about charging you rent. How do you think the rest of your brothers and sisters would feel?
Even though they probably wouldn't admit it, they would miss me, especially my sisters, because like I said, they borrow my clothes all the time, and they use my laptop, they just use basically everything and anything of mine. And my sisters are 18 and 17, so we're not that far apart in age, so I mean they're almost like my best friends too. And even my little brother, I'm really close with him too, even though he's only 14, so they would miss me, even though they might not admit it.
And how would you feel if you missed them too?
Oh yeah, I would definitely miss them, especially if I moved out and it was just me and one other roommate. I'm used to having 5 other people in the house, so it would be different, but not necessarily in a bad way.
Alright, well it sounds like you really thought about the next step in your life, and good job being motivated into that, and I think it'd be a big step for you and your family, so I hope that you guys all make the right decisions together.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too.